Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk to you about ProText Mobility, ticker is TXTM. I've covered this company quite a lot, both on my over-the-counter stock channel and also this primary one, so Financial Journey. In general, I still do believe that this company is going to do a lot of good things, and even more so in the short term, they've accomplished a lot. So I want to give you a good summary of things that you need to know and whether right now is a very good time to buy or not. Before I get into any of that though, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe is always great. Appreciated. With that, let's get right to it. So when it comes to it though, as you can see, we are currently down roughly about 18.5%, still at that 1 cent mark, which is a very big pivotal psychological kind of a support level. So that's something you need to factor in. But as of right now, 88.9 million for volume, 83 is the average. And even more so looking at this chart, you can tell despite all the fear that's been going on, this has been one of the best hedges against fear and just inflation in general. So I think a lot of people are starting to, especially with a rebound in the broader market, taking a little bit of profit. So despite even the huge amount of upside potential with ProText, I still do feel that it is just profit taking and more so technicals. That's why we're going down. There's a lot of people freaking out about lack of tweets or whatever it might be. That's just all complete BS. This company still does have a lot of good things coming for it, more so even in the continued short term. But as far as why people are freaking out is unjustifiable. This is an over-the-counter stock, like I said, with roughly about 88 million, give or take around that for volume. And not only that though, based on this data, it does appear that shorts are starting to re-enter. And I've really stressed this over in the past videos, basically how shorts and how of a big part they play in a lot of just over-the-counter stocks in general. So let me know your thoughts on that. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day. But when it comes to it though, especially more so on the technical front, you can always look back at the previous data and we went down quite a lot, even more so around that 0.002 range, which I did say at that video was most likely the very, very bottom, and it should trend up from here. So if you guys did listen, you would have made roughly about 800, give or take around that percentage. So definitely very beneficial to invest in a lot of over-the-counter stocks, more specifically ProText. But there's a couple of things I do want to share with you. So there was this tweet that did come out by Dylan. Don't you want to know? Don't you want to know? Something exciting is coming soon. And I think in general, the management team has done a phenomenal job of the huge amount of transparency, not necessarily just even on Twitter, but just on their website and every step of the way. As far as the investor comes into it, it feels part of the team. And I think that's one big difference why over-the-counter stocks usually aren't that favorable for a lot of individuals. You don't get that kind of a one-on-one feel that you're part of a bigger team, whereas ProText does that. Their management team does a phenomenal job of that. And you kind of feel, like I said, when ProText goes up, you feel very excited. And I think that's a very good takeaway. Let me know your thoughts on that. But when he does talk on saying exciting things are coming soon, most likely he is referring to this. So this is ProText's, or more specifically, I should say RSA's website, and it does say the second and third acquisition. And that's one thing that they've given a lot of Easter eggs on in the past. Don't you want to know? Don't you want to know? Clearly is linked to here. So maybe a second or possible a third acquisition is in its future. And in case you guys do not know, ProText has zero debt. So given the circumstances of where the fear is out in the market, this is a very good place to possibly put your money. But like I said, these videos are for entertainment purposes. Make sure you guys do your own due diligence. RSA/ProText did also say that they're going to be doing bonds as well. So that's definitely a very exciting thing. And as far as their product, I've always really been a very big advocate of ProText's ability to and costs for its product. And so in general, if you're going to compare anything from ProText to anywhere in North America, the ability that ProText has to distribute it and to produce it at such a roughly about 40% cost savings compared to North American companies, this is why ProText has gone up so much. And even more so here, my apologies for the kind of sideward thing. This is how it was posted on Twitter, but it does look like a recent data analysis does say that the actual THC is actually not detectable. So that is a very good, possibly scary thing. I don't know if you want to call it that. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. But like I said, when you find a good company that has a fairly good balance sheet, has the ability to raise capital fairly fast if they ever need it. And one thing I really like about ProText is, like I said, this bond component. I've invested in a lot of companies in the past, and I've done a hell of a lot of research in general. And ProText is one of the only companies I've ever seen do something similar like this. Another company that I do cover, which is Lucid, does have the PIF behind it that is giving green bonds per se, but you do not ever see this in a over-the-counter stock. So this is destined for the NASDAQ. So this is why it's very advantageous to buy the dip. Of course, over-the-counter does bring a lot of volatility, and you just have to be comfortable with that. You have to trust the overall process. So let me know your thoughts on that. Like I said, when it comes down to why we're going down, it is largely, in my opinion at least, because of the technicals and just people taking profits. Like I said, the broader market is for the most part starting to rally, giving a little bit more signs of optimism. So this is why people are taking their profits from ProText, because like I said, it had gone up a give or take around 800+%, or if not more. And so people are taking profits and moving it elsewhere. So in general, that's basically it. Plain and sum, it's nothing else outside of that, unless I'm not aware or privy to any possible other information. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. And if you've been buying, selling, holding, whatever, give yourself a shout out in the comments below. Hats off and a shout out to the ProText management team as well, doing a phenomenal job out there. So continue to do what you do best, and us as investors will continue to support you. So let me know your thoughts. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciated. If you do like my channel, want to support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on ProText.